shame on Iowa Republican Senator Joni Ernst for thinking that she might be able to help veterans at a town hall meeting meant to do just that. Army veteran Pete Hegseth is here on all of this, Fox News contributor, of course, served this country nobly. Pete, I don't know where to go with this, but the irony was that this was all about helping veterans,
yeah.
So she never got the chance to spell out exactly how, but it is what it is. What do you make of it?
Yeah, and of course, there's nothing to fix at the VA, right? No problems. There hasn't been a scandal. There's no reason to be worried about whether or not we're going to deliver basic services to veterans. Joni Ernst served our country for 23 years. She served in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. She's not scared of these protesters. She wanted to have a town hall to talk about how we fix the VA for veterans. Instead, she got a bunch of protesters screaming at her. That's not a discussion. And never had a chance, never had an opportunity to talk with the veterans, her constituents, about a contentious issue like the VA, which requires some real courage and some real debate, because what it's going to take to fix the VA is not easy. But those protesters didn't care at all, didn't care about the vets in attendance, and they wanted to make a political point.
All right, well, there are these going on all across the country, as you know, Pete, and some Republicans have pondered, look, maybe it's just not worth it, Republican congressman, for me to hold these town hall meetings. And I think they're important to hold, but I also worry about protesters who come in, whether they're all from that congressman or woman's district or senator's district, or state in this case, in the case of the Senate, because some of them seem so well organized and so well planned. I'm not saying all.
Yeah.
I am saying this is happening with a frequency and a coordination, the likes of which I've never seen.
Of course it's coordinated. I mean, this is the left's discredit, revolt, undermine Donald Trump's strategy, and they're going to do it with people that live in the district who are liberals and progressives and leftists who hate Donald Trump, but they're also going to bust in or bring in whoever they need to or organize people to come there to make a political point because the leftists hate Donald Trump. I think our representatives have to keep holding these things and hope that there's a real discussion, but it also exposes the left for who they are. They're intolerantly tolerant. They will shout you down and try to shut you down as opposed to discuss with you. They want to make you look bad. In the process, they make themselves look bad because there is no discussion. So have these town halls, stand your ground, let them scream at you, and then when they prove you can't have a discussion, then it is what it is. And
but
I think
you know,
voters
Pete,
are sick of this type of thing.
they're inspired by some of the top Democratic leaders in Congress. I mean, we were playing a little earlier, maybe you heard about this, Maxine Waters, referring to members of the Trump cabinet as scumbags. I mean, where do you go with that? How can you advance an argument or advance a legislative agenda when that's your starting point?
Yeah, exactly. Where do you go from here? When you call someone Hitler, you can't say, well, no, now you're more Hitler. And that's effectively what the left has done here. They've ratcheted up the anger so quickly against a president who's merely doing what he said he was going to do on the campaign trail. And he's laid it out and done it the way he said he was going to do it, and the people voted for that. So the Democratic Party does not care about the will of the people. They care about their own extreme left-wing agenda, which they are going to advance no matter what. And who are the voices coming to the front? Maxine Waters, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, extreme leftists. They're only going to go further left. They're only going to get angrier. And I think that's going to, the American people are going to reject that kind of leftism.
That's wild. Pete Hegseth, thank you. Fox News contributor, U.S. Army veteran, so much more.